Hey everyone, this is the Trader Investor coming to you for our analysis at the end of the market day. Did the markets do according to plan? Did they give us opportunities to enter any potential plays? So that's what I'm going to be looking at. So starting with the SPY on the 15-minute range, when we broke out of the 15-minute range around the 422.35 area, my headwind was the 421.50. So there was not quite a lot of a dollar move there. And also I did say this was looking like to be an inside day, which it was an inside day. Here's the high of Friday. Here's the low of Friday, and price was contained between the high and low of Friday. So this is where we were. This is how we were looking at the market. So in an inside day, I'm not always in a hurry to enter any positions. And so when price failed to make new high and price failed to really push down, by really push down meaning it really cleared all these three levels, retested some level and continued to push down to maybe the low of last week or to some level. That's not what we were seeing. So as a result, I was not in any big rush to enter positions. So I skipped, SPY positions completely. In the Qs, it was not an inside day completely, but the Qs were weak in terms of range. They didn't give us a big, up or big down. It stayed within the 15-minute range for most of the day. And when it broke out of that 15-minute range, the high of Friday was a headwind. As a result, again, no real rush to enter this trade. It plays out similarly, right? Even though in the SPYs we did have a breakdown of the 15-minute low, it was an inside day. There was not a lot of movement, and as a result, when we pushed to one side or another, there was nothing to be made. So looking at the Qs, something similar. When we pushed higher, the high of the previous day, in this case of Friday, was on the way there, therefore no entry there. And so we skipped Qs. IWM was the most beautiful setup for the day. It was the best one for the day. Now in IWM, the first entry, the break of last week's high, not just Friday's high, but last week's high. When we broke out of that, we retested it and went long. It was a good setup, but then there was this long-term resistance. We broke out of that, retested it. This was a good setup. So for me, my entry here was to look for a dollar move between here and the next possible headwind, which was $1.50. That's why this was a very good entry if you had chosen to take it, because the next headwind was $1.50 out of the way. So this was the best setup. This was the setup I was looking for a long-term swing position, entering at the break of these highs. For me, I was not looking at a day trade. I was looking more of a long-term trade as a result, because we were out of this consolidation area. This consolidation in this case being an accumulation, not a distribution. I have a position to the long side. I got stopped out, tried once, got stopped out. I'm trying a second time. Why am I trying a second time? Because the low of last Thursday was not low enough to make me think there's break of structure. We have these low, we have a higher low. We have a higher low that just wanted to close this imbalance. Because it was just to close at the imbalance and it stopped dead at the middle and reversed, I was confident and comfortable to take this position for a swing trade. If it was for a day trade, as usual, I would not take this position. The reason why I wouldn't take for a day trade is because when we break out, when we start here, the high of last week is our headwind. This long-term resistance is headwind. The next one up here is headwind. Therefore, this was a position for any day trade to be taken, and it was beautiful. It gave you that dollar move. It just didn't give you target 2. hopefully you got out of target 1. But for me, at the break of Friday's high was my swing position try number 2. And the diamonds, what are the diamonds setting up? And today the diamonds were very, very beautiful in terms of direction, but there was no entry for me again. There was no dollar move from today's 15-minute range low to Friday's 15-minute range high. And then once we broke out of that, we did not retest to try to get more entries. You could potentially say this gave you an opportunity here. This bar broke, it gave you a retest. But for me, my retest, my comfort level retest, is to come to VWAP. We did not come close enough to VWAP. As a result, why do I want the VWAP? Why is it important that we come to the VWAP? It's important because I want this distance somewhere from here to the next potential area of trouble to be $1. If I don't get a retest of VWAP close enough to $1, I'm not entering anyway. So that's why I want to see this retest up, deeper retest up to that level, right? The rally to be a little bit deeper. Now from the break to the low of today, it was a $2 move, right? $1.88, roughly $2 move. But it doesn't fit my trading plan. It doesn't fit my strategy. I do not enter. Just because I don't enter it, it doesn't mean it's wrong. It doesn't mean it's right. It just doesn't fit my trading strategy. Therefore, no entry for me in this particular instance. So all of them, with the exception of IWM, which I have an expectation of a longer term outlook there. IWM being my leading indicator. IWM was strongest today. I'm expecting IWM to continue this rally, to continue to push price up for me to get, at least 2 to 3 times my risk. That's what I'm expecting. And as a result, that's my position. But outside of that, no day trade for me today. The rest were just, nearly inside days, or they just didn't have the setup that I was looking for to enter my position. So this is how I was looking at it. So this is how the market set up, and I'll see you tomorrow morning when we do analysis for the market open, how we will be setting up. To the upside, we have plenty of room because there's no headwind to the upside in SPY, and Q's, IWM, diamonds, we shall see tomorrow how they set up. And as always, make sure you come back in the morning, right around market open hours, so we can take a look at the markets. All right, everyone, take care, and I will see you in the morning, or I will see you in a little bit as well. If you're going to watch my AMC update, I'm going to do a video on that AMC update in just a little bit. All right, take care, everyone.